Right now I'm doing a little bit of aluminum melting. I cut 9 of those sheet metal sheets right here. I'm gonna go ahead and knock off anything that's currently making contact. I'm gonna spray some rust stuff on there, and then screw on the sheet metal. It's Sunday, and I tried the sheet metal yesterday. I didn't even do like it as well as I could have done, but I just kind of wanted to get some panels up and see how it looked, and I didn't really like it that much. So right now I'm kind of, and the sheet metal was always gonna be temporary anyways. Same for, I'm gonna put the linoleum down. I decided not to do the, well, I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking about not doing the carpet square idea now as well. Like, since it's gonna be temporary anyways, like doing some cardboard walls. So the cardboard would go on the outside, and I paint over the cardboard to get whatever sort of look I want. And my look that I'm planning right now is like a Minecraft, inside a Minecraft home look. It's Monday. I got some used flooring, linoleum flooring or vinyl flooring, and it is in okay condition. It'll be better than what I've got going right now, so I'm gonna throw that down. But first I'm gonna try sanding away all of the linoleum that's currently here. And today was a rainy day, so I was planning on doing inside stuff, and that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna eat first though. Here's a life pro tip. Any like plastic container like this, I only ever use shears to open. It's like the best tool ever for this task. You use scissors, but it don't cut it like shears do. So I've been working on the floor. I'm gonna keep doing that. That's my goal, is just to have that whole floor, done. It's not gonna be my end result, but it's gonna be the temporary thing that I'm doing until I have lots of money. So, and it's just used vinyl from a guy's kitchen that I found on Facebook Marketplace, and it looks like it'll do okay. But what I'm gonna do today is because today's one of the few days we're gonna have some sun, or no rain pretty much. And I'll show you here in just a second, but I wanted to show you dead mouse. That's one. There's a couple more around here. Appa just be killing all these field mice. And some of these things are pretty big. Most field mice don't get that big. But, they do get that big, but they don't have the opportunity to usually. So, basically, I want to put wheels on this so that I can easily just tip it over, roll it out of the motor, out of wherever I have it, because I know that I'm not going to have a lot of room for stuff, so I'm going to have to do a lot of moving stuff. These are the wheels I bought for it. my plan was, without doing any measuring, I just bought these, was to do it like this, but then I realized, oh wow, it's not the right size for that. So what I was gonna do next, and like part of the reason it takes me so long to get anything done is I am constantly coming up with new ideas and revisions of how to solve the issue. So this is the resolution for it that I came up with. I was gonna cut off a piece of this plate, weld it till it was the right size, and have it held on like that. So imagine just that left side of that plate being removed entirely. But, you know, there's a lot of issues with that. First, you're not supposed to weld to cast iron, and this is cast iron. Now, saying that, someone has actually already welded to this, and you can do it. This is with the, I can't remember, I think it's called a brazing rod or whatever. It's the, like, brass style. You do that with, I was trying to see if I could show you. I don't remember where I put my welding rods, but I've seen David do that kind of welding before. I could do it with that. I think you would need oxygen or acetylene to do that though. I would just try stick welding, MMA, was what I was gonna try doing. I would have had no problem welding to the angle iron, obviously, but welding to this would have been difficult. And then it occurred to me, you know, I'm only doing that to try to match these bolt holes. So I went over, got my camera, and I was like, why don't I just cut some holes in here? But now, literally, as I'm filming this, I'm kind of thinking, cutting holes in here would be at least centered on this leg, you know? But it doesn't matter if it's centered. I could just do these two holes, right? Why not? Because if you do only one hole, it's gonna rotate and shift. If I do two holes, it could stay there, and it's not gonna support that full load that it would have advertised for, but I think this is like thousands of pounds capacity. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Either way, I think I'm just gonna drill holes through here, put the wheels on there, and this will be the at-rest position. It'll just be sitting there like that. And then when I want to move it, I'm just gonna tip the whole damn thing over, which won't be easy. It's not gonna easy tip, but once it tips over onto those wheels, and then you can roll it wherever you need it to go. And I need it to tip towards me, you know, this way, so that this leg isn't moving, because it'll be blocked from coming towards us, but it has free motion going that way. So if I tried to tip it back, you know, that way, then I would be I'd have to deal with that kick. I'm sure, you know, there could be other issues with it, but, you know, this is why everything takes me so long, is I rethink it. And eventually I just end up doing it. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drill some holes in there. I'm gonna measure, drill, and then I'll have like a little shitty time lapse of that, and then we'll touch base once I'm done. I ran into my first problem. The bolts and nuts that I ordered are too small for the hole that I need. So I went and checked Mom's shed to see if she had any washers that I could use. She didn't, so I'm going to order larger bolts, but I'm gonna use this. So I'm just gonna cut off the ends, and I'll use these as washers. They're still not actually the correct size, but they are smaller than the holes that I'm using, so they will function. I'm done with that for the day. Honestly, I'm done doing anything for the day. That was fucking exhausting. That's pretty much why I procrastinate so much on everything, is because I know as soon as I get started on anything, it's going to turn into something more. And I achieved what I set out to do, but not in the way that I would have hoped. And it's not bittersweet for me when it doesn't work the way I want it to. It's just bitter. Even if I achieved the goal, I've got wheels on that thing, I feel like it's just it's not as good as I want it to be. But practice makes perfect. I mean, the second time I drilled those holes, it was way better than the first time. It was really fast. The first time the whole first half of it, I had the drill bit spinning in the incorrect road. It was going counterclockwise instead of clockwise. What I should do is go start throwing down floor in that motorhome, but I'm not doing that today. Today was the last sunny day, so I can do all that floor and shit when it's raining. So I'm supposed to keep the heat in. So I'm gonna put saran wrap and then one of these bad boys. And it's set a timer for 30 minutes.